Akunna and Echezona resided in Umuigbo, a community renowned for its rich vegetation and vibrant culture. They were a respected couple, but their hearts hurt with unfulfilled longing. They did not have a child. Every day, they prayed to the gods and sought natural treatments, but nothing seemed to help. One evening, Echezona went into the forbidden forest, hoping to obtain a rare herb that could bring them the child they craved. Echezona came across a magnificent herb with sparkling leaves in a secret glade. He plucked it, aware of its magical properties, but as he started to go, an elderly sorceress named Nneka emerged. "Thief," she snarled, her eyes filled with rage. Echezona asked for pity, describing his situation. Nneka's look softened, and she proposed a deal. He could keep the herb, but he had to give her their firstborn child. Desperate, Echezona consented and rushed home with the herb. Akunna and Echezona's joy knew no bounds when Akunna gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. They named her Enyinne, meaning gift from the gods. Enyinne was born with a distinct quality that was immediately apparent. Even as a newborn, she had a strong will. The villagers were astounded by her beauty and the sense of calm that she exuded. Akunna and Echezona were ecstatic, feeling blessed beyond measure. As Enyinne developed, her hair became longer and more dazzling. It appears to have a life of its own, glittering in sunshine and gleaming softly in the moonlight. The villagers began to gossip about the divine quality of Enyinne's hair, believing it to be a gift from the gods. For a few years, they lived happily, but their joy was short-lived. On Enyinne's 5th birthday, Nneka the sorceress came to claim her prize. Despite Akunna and Echezona's pleas, Nneka took Enyinne away, locking her in a high tower deep in the forest. The tower where Enyinne was imprisoned stood hidden among the ancient trees. It had no doors or stairs, only a single window at the very top. Years passed, and Enyinne grew into a graceful young woman. Her hair, now impossible long, cascaded down the tower walls like a waterfall of silk. Enyinne grew up in isolation, with only Nneka for company. Nneka taught her magic and told her stories of the world outside, but Enyinne longed to see it for herself. Her only solace was her singing songs, which echoed through the forest, bring comfort to the birds and animals that gathered near her tower. Obinna, a young Umuigbo hunter, was well known for his daring and skills. While hunting, he overheard a hauntingly lovely music. Enticed, he followed the sound through the dark forest until he arrived at the base of the great tower. Looking up, he noticed Enyinne at the window, her long hair falling down the tower's side. When their eyes met, their fates were sealed. Obinna returned to the tower day after day, listening to Enyinne's music and speaking to her from below. They shared stories and dreams, developing a strong bond. Enyinne's loneliness faded, replaced by optimism and a growing affection for the brave hunter who had discovered her. She wished to leave the tower and see the world with Obinna. Nneka became suspicious after noticing a change in Enyinne. She performed charms to keep an eye on the tower, but Enyinne became wary after learning of Nneka's abilities. She informed Obinna about the sorceress's magic and the risks they may encounter. Obinna sought advice from the village elders, who mentioned an ancient ceremony that could break Nneka's grasp. Obinna and Enyinne devised a plan to gather the ingredients needed for the ritual. Each ingredient was rare and guarded by powerful creatures. Obinna's bravery and Enyinne's knowledge of magic would be tested as they embarked on this perilous quest. They promised to meet at the tower every night to share their progress. The first ingredient was the feather of an enchanted eagle that nested on the highest cliff. Obinna climbed the treacherous rocks, facing fierce winds and the eagle's attacks. Using his hunting skills and Enyinne's guidance, he managed to pluck a feather and return to the tower. Enyinne wove the feather into a charm, the first step in breaking the curse. The next ingredient was a rare flower that only bloomed in the hidden valley of the spirits. Enyinne used her magic to locate the valley, and Obinna ventured into the mysterious place. The spirits tested his resolve and intentions, but he proved his sincerity and was granted the flower. He returned to the tower, where Enyinne used the flower's essence in a potion. The third ingredient was the form of a serpent that guarded the ancient ruins. This task was the most dangerous, as the serpent was known for its deadly venom. Obinna, armed with a charm Enyinne had made, confronted the serpent. After a fierce battle, he extracted the fang and returned, exhausted but triumphant. Enyinne ground the fang into powder, adding it to their growing collection of magical ingredients. Nneka, feeling her control weakening, cast a counterspell to thwart their efforts. She placed traps and illusions in the forest to mislead Obinna and Enyinne. Despite the increased dangers, their bond grew stronger, and they continued their quest with unwavering determination. The forest became a maze of illusions, designed to confuse and separate them. Enyinne, using her magic, guided Obinna through the labyrinth. They encountered mirages of their deepest fears and desires but overcame them with courage and trust in each other. Their love and determination proved stronger than Nneka's deceptions. The final ingredient was water from the healing stream that flowed through the heart of the forest. This stream was guarded by forest spirits who tested those who sought its waters. Obinna and Enyinne faced trials of endurance and compassion, proving their worthiness. They collected the water, the final piece needed for the ritual. With all the ingredients gathered, Enyinne and Obinna prepared for the ritual. They combined the feather, flower essence, serpent's fang, and healing water in a sacred ceremony under the full moon. As they performed the ritual, the tower trembled, and the magical bonds holding Enyinne weakened. Nneka, sensing the ritual's success, appeared at the tower, determined to stop them. A fierce battle ensued between the sorceress and the lovers. Nneka's dark magic clashed with Enyinne's newly awakened powers. Obinna fought bravely, protecting Enyinne and helping her focus her magic dot in the heat of the battle. Enyinne's love for Obinna and her desire for freedom unlocked her full potential. She channeled her magic into powerful force that overwhelmed Nneka. The sorceress, defeated, vanished in a burst of light, her spells broken and her power diminished. With Nneka's defeat, the tower began to crumble. Enyinne and Obinna escaped just in time, watching as the symbol of her captivity fell into ruins. Enyinne was finally free, and the forest seemed to rejoice with them. They returned to Umuigbo, where the villagers welcomed them with open arms. Akunna and Echezona, overjoyed at their daughter's return, embraced Enyinne and thanked Obinna for his bravery. The story of their love and adventure spread throughout the village, inspiring many. Enyinne's parents shared their gratitude with the gods. Enyinne, now free and reunited with her family, began a new life in Umuigbo. She used her magical abilities to help the villagers, healing the sick and protecting the village from harm. Obinna, ever by her side, continued his work as a hunter, ensuring the village's safety and prosperity. Though defeated, Nneka's shadow loomed over Umuigbo. Her remaining followers, seeking revenge, plotted in secret. Enyinne and Obinna, aware of the lingering threats, prepared to defend their home. They trained the villagers in combat and enhanced their defenses using Enyinne's magical ability. The villagers remained vigilant, knowing that Nneka's followers could strike at any moment. Obinna organized patrols around the village, while Enyinne created protective charms and wards to safeguard their homes. Their bond grew stronger as they faced this new challenge together, determined to protect their loved ones. One night, Nneka's followers launched a surprise attack on Umuigbo. Armed with dark magic and cunning, they aimed to weaken the village and capture Enyinne. However, the villagers, prepared and united, fought back fiercely. Enyinne and Obinna led the charge, their combined strength and love driving them to protect their home. The battle raged on, with Enyinne's magic clashing against the dark forces. Her power, now fully realized, became a beacon of hope for the villagers. Obinna's strategic mind and combat skills played a crucial role in turning the tide. The villagers, inspired by their leaders, fought with unwavering determination. In the heart of the battle, Enyinne faced the leader of Nneka's followers. A fierce duel ensued, with magic and willpower clashing violently. Enyinne's love for Obinna and her desire to protect her home gave her the strength to defeat the Dark Sorcerer. With their leader vanquished, Nneka's followers fled, their threat to Umuigbo ended. The village delighted in their win, recognizing their fortitude and unity. Enyinne and Obinna were acclaimed as heroes, and their love story inspired songs and stories that would be passed down through the centuries. The villagers repaired their homes and reinforced their relationships, believing that they could face any hardship. Peace restored to Umuigbo, and life resumed its peaceful pace. Enyinne and Obinna, now recognized as knowledgeable and skilled leaders, proceeded to rule the town. Enyinne's power was utilized to cure and protect, while Obinna's leadership helped the town grow. Their love grew, forming the foundation of their strength. Years passed and Enyinne and Obinna's family expanded. They produced offspring who inherited their strength, wisdom, and love. The story of their parents' courage and love was a treasured part of their childhood. The settlement of Umuigbo prospered, and its residents were rich. In their old age, Enyinne and Obinna would often sit by the river, where Enyinne's singing could be heard echoing through the forest. They would watch the sunset, satisfied that their love had not only set them free, but also provided calm and wealth to their house. Their story became a timeless legend, a song of love and strength that would never be forgotten. Generations later, the narrative of Enyinne of the High Tower is still told in Umuigbo. Children gathered around the elders to hear the story of the courageous hunter and the magical girl with long, strong hair. Enyinne and Obinna's love and courage left a legacy that continues to inspire, reminding us that true strength comes from togetherness, love, and desire to overcome any hardship.
Leave a comment below to let me know what you think. For more thrilling stories, please subscribe, click the notification bell to stay up to speed on our latest stories. Thank you and bye for now.